Pokémon Champion is like the ultimate boss you face at the end of your journey. They are usually the strongest trainer in the region, with a team carefully crafted to challenge even the most seasoned trainers. Think of the champion as the final test, your ultimate hurdle before you've truly beaten the game. But, as you'll see today, some champions are tougher, smarter and more creative than others. We have 19 champions from across different games for this list, and I'll be ranking them from the absolute top tier all the way down to S. First up, let's talk about the OG, the one and only Blue. In the original games, Blue is a rival who's also the champion at the end of the game. His strongest team in all the depictions he had is the Green Leaf Fire Red rematch against the champion. We have 3 options, depending on the starter you chose. If you chose Bulbasaur, then Blue will be waiting for you with a Heracross, an Alakazam, Tyranitar, Exeggutor, Gyarados and a Charizard, which is equipped with a Citrus Berry. It's a well-balanced team, not depending on one type of Pokemon but having a lot of variety for you to have a difficult match. It's very difficult to beat it with only one Pokemon, which is what probably most of the people did with an over-leveled starter Pokemon, so it's quite well prepared to say the least. If you chose Charmander, the only thing that changes are the Arcanine for the Exeggutor and the Blastoise for the Charizard. Always picking the contrary starter that you chose and changing a Pokemon for the same type that you have. In this case, Arcanine with extreme speed and Blastoise with Earthquake and Ice Beam. I fondly remember this battle because this Arcanine gave me nightmares, I don't know why, it was very difficult. So yeah, and if you chose Squirtle, it changes the Exeggutor for a Gyarados and the Blastoise for a Venusaur. Well prepared, always ready to try and beat your ass, waiting for you. I believe Blue is a good A tier. It's quite well done, it's well prepared and it's quite difficult to beat in the games, but I believe it could do a little bit better. Next up we have Red, which would be kind of us, the protagonist of Red, Blue, Green, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and the Pokémon League champion after beating Blue in the Kanto region. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, he has one of the most difficult matches you could have in any game of Pokémon. He has a level 88 Pikachu holding a Light Ball, a level 80 Lapras, a level 82 Snorlax, a level 84 Venusaur, and a level 84 Venusaur, Charizard and Blastoise. All 3 starters, the Snorlax you wake up with a Pokéflute, and the Lapras they give you as a gift in Silph Corporation. This team, besides being over-leveled for the generation it was put into, it was the final battle and the most difficult you could have, the Light Ball making Pikachu a menace, and all the 3 starters at level 84 giving you nightmares. So yeah, I believe Red is an obvious S tier, because not only does he have an over-leveled team, but because he has a lot of variety in types, and even uses an item on Pikachu, which is kind of a demonstration of battle IQ. Now moving to Lance, the Dragon Master, his strongest depiction is the Heart Gold Soul Silver Champion rematch, in which he steps up his game a little bit. If you ever face him, you know he's one tough opponent, especially if you're not prepared for those high-level dragons. After earning all the 16 badges in the Johto and Kanto region, Lance will be waiting for you for a championship rematch with a level 72 Elements, a level 68 Gyarados, a level 72 Garchomp, a level 73 Altaria, a level 68 Charizard and a level 75 Dragonite holding a Citrus Berry. This team shows once again why dragons are Lance's specialty, but the only thing stopping you from swapping the whole team with an ice type is Gyarados and Charizard, which can be dealt with an electric type move. So Lance, for me, goes in the B tier. Not only because of the fact of being a specialist in one type, but because of 4 of the 6 Pokemon that you have on your team have a 4-time weakness against ice types. Next up we have Wallace. Wallace in Ruby and Sapphire was the team leader in Sootopolis, specializing in water types. In Emerald, which is his strongest depiction, you face him as a champion, having only water types, a level 57 Wailord, a level 55 Tentacruel, a level 56 Ludicolo, a level 56 Whiscash, a level 56 Gyarados, and a level 58 Milotic holding a Citrus Berry. Kind of under level for being a champion, and suffering the same weakness as Lance, being able to get swapped by an electric or a grass type, with only 2 Pokemon stopping that fact. I don't know why the C and the D were swapped, but Wallace goes in the C tier, having pretty much the same weakness as Lance, but having very under-leveled Pokemon. Next we have Steven Stone, the son of Mr. Stone, president of the Depon Corporation, and being the champion in Ruby and Sapphire, specializes in mostly steel and rock Pokemon, making an emphasis in his passion for mystery, adventure, and fossils. His strongest depiction is in the champion rematch in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, waiting for you with a level 77 Skarmory, Claydol, Aggron, Carving, and Aerodactyl, and a level 79 Metagross who can Mega Evolve. Watching the moveset of each Pokemon tells you that not only is a strong physical attacker but also a strategist. Having a Skarmory with Toxic and a Gladeal that can set up some screens, the battle against Steven is difficult, and you need to have at least 3 types of Pokemon to win against him. Steven for me is an A tier. Doesn't have that much weaknesses as Lance, but it's not as strong as an S tier for me like Red or the other champions, which we'll get to, but A tier is quite alright. Now, the queen herself, Cynthia. She doesn't need that much introduction. One of the best soundtracks, not only for battle, one of the strongest team a Pokemon trainer could ever have, and being a nightmare for a generation that grew up playing Platinum, Pearl and Diamond. Her strongest depiction is in the Champion rematch after Stark Mountain in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, having a level 84 Spiritomb holding a Citrus Berry, a level 85 Porygon Seed holding an Expert Belt, a level 86 Togekiss holding Leftovers, a level 86 Lucario holding a Focus Sash, a level 84 Milotic holding a Flame Morph, and a level 88 Garchomp holding a Yacheberry. Not only her team is a good mixture of strategy and types, but also it scales up to a point where it's competitive, with all the Pokemon in her team holding the best fitting item for each one. Cynthia, without a shadow of a doubt, is an S-tier champion. One of the most difficult champions to beat, and a reputation she lives up to in every battle. Next we have Alder. Alder comes in as the Unova champion in Black and White. His strongest team during the Black and White champion match is balanced and challenging, having a level 75 Axelgor, Bouffalant, Druddigon, Vanillux, Escavalier and a level 77 Volcarona. You can tell that it's a quite mixed and well-made team for a Pokemon champion. Nothing too elaborated, nothing too crazy, but he stays sharp and gives you quite a hard battle. For me, Alder is a B tier. He's a good Pokemon champion, but it's not that much of a challenge to beat him, and having 3 Pokemon with a weakness for rock-type moves. B tier sounds good for him. Next we have Iris, the girl who knows the hearts of dragons. She starts as a gym leader specializing in dragon types in Pokemon White, and her strongest depiction is in the Challenge Mode Champion rematch in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, having a level 81 Hydreigon with Wise Glasses, Salamence with Life Orb, Archeops with a Flying Gem, Aggron with a Muscle Band, Lapras with a Zoom Lens, and a level 83 Haxorus with a Focus Sash. This team, well prepared and quite competitive, is a team that screams Pokemon Champion, specializing in dragon types, but only having 3 dragon types in her team, having a couple of Pokemon ready to take out any ice types that may present, and with every Pokemon having a held item, she stands out as one of the strongest champions there is. Iris is an 80, a well-distributed moveset, Pokemon types, and quite leveled up. She can give you a very hard time when you face her. Next we have Diantha, the champion in X and Y, and the Grand Duchess in the Battle Chateau. Her strongest depiction is in Pokemon X and Y when you face her as the Pokemon champion, with a little twist that when you face her in the Black Breath of Challenge in the Battle Chateau, all of her Pokemon are level 80. So let's assume her champion team is filled with Pokemon level 80. Palucha, Tyrantrum, Auroras, Gorgeist, Goodra and Gardevoir being able to Mega Evolve. She has a good balance with physical and special attack, and being able to Mega Evolve her ace Pokemon is quite a good treat for a champion. But besides that, there is not that much to look out to when you're about to face her. Kind of a B tier. It's not a bad champion, has good Pokemon, but she doesn't have anything special in the champions category. Next up we have Professor Kukui from Sun and Moon. Not exactly a Pokemon champion, but the one you have to defeat to become the first Pokemon champion in the Alola region. The professor has a different team depending on the Pokemon you pick at the beginning of the game. Professor Kukui's strongest depiction is in the title defense battle in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, with a level 69 Lycanroc and an all level 68 Ninetales, Braviary, Magneton, Snorlax and Incineroar if you chose Rowlet. He gives you quite a battle, but not that much. Kind of under level for being a rematch against a champion, but good enough to be called one. If you chose Liden, you'll be facing Primarina level 68 with a Waterium Seed. If you chose Popplio, you'll be facing a Decidueye with a Grassium Seed. For me, Professor Kukui, as good as he looks and as good as he is, he belongs in the C tier, because not only, well, he's kind of not a champion, but also he has not that much of a special team and kind of under level. Next up we have Hal, your rival in Sun and Moon, waiting for you in the champion battle in the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon games. His strongest depiction is in the title defense battle in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, depending on the starter you chose. He picked up the one that's weak to your starter, so if you choose Rowlet, he has a level 69 Raichu, a level 68 Flareon, Tauros and Noivern, a level 69 Crabominable, and a level 70 Primarina with a Primarium C, being able to use the C move of Primarina, Oceanic Operetta. If you chose Liden, it also changes the evolution evolution and the starter, having always an evolution with a type that you're weak to. So, a Vaporeon level 68 and a Decidueye level 70 with a Decidueye Seed being able to use his C move, Sinister Arrow Raid, and if you chose Poplio, Vaporeon changes to Leafeon and the starter becomes Incineroar with a Decidueye Seed being able to use his Seed move, Malicious Moonsault. Quite well prepared for everything, but a little bit under level for being a title rematch again. It's meh, perhaps. C tier is fine. You go back there. Thinking about it is quite a bad champion. Then we have the Beast, the new generation. Leon, the flashy champion from Sword and Shield, the undefeated champion until you came around and took that title from him. The strongest depiction of Leon is in Sword and Shield in the champion tournament. Having only 5 Pokemon and depending on which one you chose, he has a level 80 Aegislash, level 78 Ragapult, a level 79 Seismitoad, a level 80 Cinderace, and a level 80 Charizard if you chose Grookey, that Charizard with a Gigantamax form. Quite a strong and well-balanced team, with each Pokemon covering others' weaknesses, and changing Seismitoad for Mr. Rime and Cinderace for Inteleon if you chose Carboni, and Mr. Rime for Rhyperior and Inteleon for Rillaboom if you chose Sobble. The undefeated champion, for me, belongs in the B tier. Having the first Pokemon Champion battle against him was quite a cinematic experience, but even that it wasn't strong enough to defeat my Cotton Guard Body Press Duel, so B tier is okay. Then we have 2 ex-champions. Mustard, the Dojo Master in the Isle of Armor in Galar. His strongest depiction is in the 3rd battle or 4th against him after completing the Galarian Star Tournament and consists in a Mienshao level 78, a Luxray level 78, Corviknight level 79, Lycanroc level 80, Kommo-o level 80, and Urshifu level 80, being able to Gigantamax, and changing Urshifu's type depending on the tower you chose, either the Tower of Darkness, which gives Fighting and Water to Urshifu, or Tower of Waters, which give Fighting and Dark to a team mostly focused in fighting types, with a Luxray in case you have any flying types and a Lycanroc. It's easy to see why he was the champion in the first place, with Urshifu being able to Gigantamax and using G-Max Rapid Flow, or G-Max One Blow, is the first champion, retired, that uses a legendary Pokemon to fight against you. Mustard belongs in the C tier, being an ex-champion and focusing just one type, which is fighting. Having a psychic type can deal a lot of damage to his team. Then we have Peony, another ex-champion and the brother of Chairman Rose in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Being the former Galar Steel-type gym leader, he mostly focused on Steel-type Pokemon. His strongest depiction is in Cloud Tundra when you have a rematch, with a level 74 Berserker, Aggron and Cobra and a level 73 Aggron and Scizor. All his Pokemon being Steel type and having mostly physical attack and no strategy at all apparently, it's just a matter of having a fire, fighting or ground type to basically swipe his team. Peony for me belongs in the E tier. Ex-champion, all steel, pure weakness, period. Next up we have Trace, your rival and the Pokemon champion in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, being basically a remaster of Blue, which appears in the game but it's basically blue. His team depends on what game you're playing. If you're playing Let's Go Pikachu, he'll be waiting for you with all level 66 Pidgeot, being able to Mega Evolve, Vileplume, Marowak, Rapidash, Slowbro, and a level 67 Halcyon. And if you're playing Let's Go Eevee, the only thing that changes is a Halcyon for Raichu level 67. Quite well balanced, but with all the first gen Pokemon, he doesn't seem to have that much of a weakness, and being able to Mega Evolve his Pidgeot is a good perk. It may not be difficult to defeat him, but it's not a bad team nonetheless. I believe a C tier is quite fitting, being a game that doesn't emphasize that much in fighting but capturing Pokemon makes him not that much of an important champion. And for the last generation we have the 4 champions, one being the battle-obsessed Nemona in Scarlet and Violet, which wields the champion rank and battles you in every possible occasion. Her strongest depiction is in the League Club room in the Blueberry Academy DLC in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and it's depending on the starter you chose at the beginning of the game. She'll be waiting for you with a level 86 Lycanroc, Kommo-o, Decidueye, Ribombee, Palmod, and a level 87 Quaquaval, which she will terrestrialize to a fighting type. If you chose Fuecoco, Ribombee changes for a Milotic, Decidueye changes for an Infernape, and Quaquaval changes for a Muscarada, which will terrestrialize into a Dark type. And if you chose Quaxly, Infernape will change to Greninja, Milotic will change to Dusk Dusknoir, and Newscarada will change to Skeledir, terrestrializing in a Ghost type. Well balanced team, weird that she doesn't have any health item in any Pokemon, and mostly focusing on your weaknesses and strengths in the initial you picked. It can be quite a challenge to defeat, not only because of the strategy, but because of the highly leveled Pokemon that she presents. Nemona, for me, belongs in an A tier. A good combination of Pokemon and obsession with battle, having the champion rank from the beginning to the end of the game. Then we have Gira, the Pokemon top champion in Paldea. When you face her team in a League Club room, she'll be waiting for you with all level 84 Glimora, Spathra, Chestnut, Avalugg and Dragapult, and a level 85 King Gambit, which she will terrestrialize to Flying type. Not focusing in any types, having strong Pokemon with an initial, a pseudo legendary, and a Pokemon that lives for the last, which has an ability to avenge all his fallen partners, besides being a little irrelevant in the game, only being the champion you defeat once, and you can have a rematch later, but not as a champion but only as a friendly battle, for me belongs in a B tier. A good set of Pokemon, not that much strategy, and as a champion she's not that relevant. Then we have Kieran, which we meet in the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. He's from Kitakami and the BB League champion after defeating Drayton and becoming basically a psychotic Pokemon trainer, dealing with quite a crisis since he didn't feel like a strong Pokemon trainer and Ogerpon rejecting him. He becomes obsessed with winning and becomes a BB champion. Later, you can battle his strongest depiction in the League Club room, waiting for you with a level 85 Politoed holding a Wackenberry, a level 85 Dragonite holding an Expert Belt, a level 86 Grimmsnarl holding a Focus Ash, a level 86 Porygon Seed holding a Life Orb, a level 86 Incineroar holding a Citrus Berry, and a level 87 Hydrapple holding an Assault Vest. Mostly competitive with a pseudo legendary, a starter from Alola, a demon of a special attacker that is Porygon Seed, and a Hydrapple who terrestrializes to fighting type. He'll give a good battle. It won't be easy, and if you succeed, you'll feel why he's the Blueberry Academy champion and why he's so psychotic about winning. For me, Kieran, in that position, belongs in a B tier, with his main drive being basically just a crisis and not holding the Pokemon Champion title for that long since we defeat him. B tier sounds okay for him. And for almost the last challenge, we have Drayton, the Blueberry Academy champion that Kieran defeated. Specialized in Dragon types, Kieran will be waiting for you not only with menacing Dragon types, but also with Pokemon with 31 IVs in all stats and with well-distributed EVs and nature. He'll be facing you with a level 83 Dragonite holding a Yacht Berry, a level 83 Flygon holding a Life Orb, a level 84 Haxorus holding a Focus Ash, a level 84 Sceptile holding a Weakness Policy, level 84 Kingdra holding an Expert Belt, and a level 85 Archaludon holding an Assault Vest and terrestrializing to Dragon type in the last moment. Facing him with all his Dragon types will make you think that having an Ice or a Fairy type will make it all easier, but the fact that he has Pokemon with specialized stats, items and good strategy moves will make that battle a lot harder than it looks. For me, Drayton, he belongs in an 8. I don't know why he doesn't have that much of recognition. Having that good of a team, that team is like better than Lance, which is the Dragon Master. Having EVs and IVs maxed out is one of the most difficult battles you could have in Scarlet and Violet. And then, to end the tier list, I realized later, we have N. N defeated the champion but rejected the champion title, so yeah. Good soundtrack though, but F. So what does this all mean? Well, not all champions are equal. Some are more cunning, some are more powerful, and some are just straight up ass. But honestly, that's what makes Pokemon battles so exciting. You never know what to expect. Now I want to hear from you guys. Who's your favorite champion? Who do you think should be at the top of this list? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this ranking, smash that like button, subscribe for more Pokemon content, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on our upcoming battles, tier lists, and more. Thanks for staying a while. See you in the next video. See ya!